spot. You know, I mean, you all get X number of summer practices, and you get X number of fall practices. Everybody goes into fall camp probably about the same. You know, it's really about, you know, over those 26 or 27 practices that you get, it's about trying to get 1% better. So, you know, like the guys are chasing it right now. You know, we're going to make mistakes. Football is not a mistake-free game. The thing that we want from our group, okay, as best we can, chase some new mistakes. So, I mean, that's what I'm seeing. I'm seeing guys make new mistakes. We go in, we correct the old ones. But this group is confident. It's hard to replace, you know, like some of the production from a year ago, but it's sort of like Moneyball, right? You got it's not replacing Rodriguez and Hart. It's the idea of really replacing the production, and you do it with numbers. So all those inside guys, you know, they're doing a good job of playing their game. We've tried to make it a little simpler so we can speed it up. And right now, man, they're doing really well. I mean, the defense is where it should be this early in camp.
Is there any temptation, like you say, nobody's maybe going to step into Rodriguez's shoes, or you know, but is there a temptation, or do you have to guard against guys thinking that way, like I got to be this way, or are you able to sort of impress upon them, we can do this as a unit?
Yeah, like we don't think that way. Football is the ultimate team game. You know, the groups that have to take on the greatest amount of pressure, it really starts up front. It's a line of scrimmage game. Our most experienced guys are up front. Okay, and then when you look at the safeties on the back end, they've had a lot of experience. So our corners have played between Jabbar and Corey Black, and then the guys behind them have been special teams players that are now older. So, you know, we're gonna put the stress on those guys, okay, and really just let those inside backers feel their way through, you know, but playing the game. I'm not gonna ask them to be something that they're not. I need them to be the best version of themselves, and that's where we're at right now. Yeah.
How much does it help, you know, linebackers and secondary, the fact that they're not freshmen? They're guys who've been in the system long enough to where they probably have a pretty good feel, at least of the playbook, even though they don't have the game experience right now.
Yeah, I think, you know, college football is a junior-senior sport, right? So when you look at it, you know, man, guys that have, you know, played special teams and guys that have, you know, been at the end of ball games, they're ready for their time. You know, you got to be ready when your time comes. And I think, you know, for a lot of these guys, this is their time. I mean, they see it, they know it. I see it in the meeting rooms. I see it with the extra work, you know, outside of the meeting room. You know, I'm getting texts late night. Hey, coach, I was just looking at, you know, clip, you know, 143. You know, I mean, is that a bang call or is that a boom call? I mean, I'm getting, you know, I'd say, you know, third and fourth year questions late at night about football, and that's a good thing. You know, I'm not getting much sleep right now, just due to the fact that these guys want the information, so that's good.
On the safety position, kind of what have you seen around Jason, the other guys kind of around him? I know he's your returner there.
Yeah, you know, Jason, you know, you look at Flanagan, you look at Hart. I mean, we've got experienced guys back there. I mean, Jason has been that guy. His personality is starting to take over a little bit. You know, whereas before, he just, you know, he sort of acquiesced to Peel and some of the other guys that were back there. He knows it's his time, but I'm challenging him every day. Hammer's challenging him every day. Look, you know, in order to do things you've never done, you got to do things you've never done. Okay? In order to go places, man, you've never been, you got to do things you've never done. So, like, right now, he's challenging himself, you know, to play better, communicate better, but really lead better. And I think, you know, those challenges have been supported by the coaching staff. You know, like sometimes guys don't feel comfortable doing it. He feels comfortable doing it. We just got to make sure at the end of the day, like for him, his confidence is there, and it doesn't take away from his game. And right now, it's starting to elevate.
Has it benefited a guy like Kendall Daniels?
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. To have a guy like JT, okay, man, or Harper, you know, sitting there talking to him, or Flanny sitting there talking to him. Those guys love one another. I mean, there's a genuine mystique around this group in terms of, you know, how they communicate with one another. Okay, they don't let each other get down, but they challenge and support each other to get better. And that's what you want. I mean, that's something that you can't buy, and that's something that you just can't make up. That's natural chemistry, and this group has it.
The fact that this team has recruited guys at edge rusher who sort of have been hybrids, can you use that to your advantage, to have guys maybe step back and maybe play a little bit more of a rush role or a linebacker role? Do you feel like you've got that flexibility with the personnel you have?
I think I do. You know, man, right now we have the ability to be as multiple as we want to be. We're choosing in camp to develop depth, so it keeps us more of in a base role where you know, You see a guy like Tyler Lacey being able to, play outside but kick inside. You're seeing, like some of those, you see some speed on the field and maybe, 3 Leos, like at times. The versatility of what we do, is really planned out. Why, man? Because when you get to the season, man, you're going to need every bit of that. So right now, we're just working through camp, just trying to push these guys as best we can. But the flexibility is what we need, and it's what we're going to, have to become as you get to a conference that's probably going to have more speed offenses showing up this year, right? So the Big 12 hasn't seen that in a couple of years. So to have 6 or 7 teams in the Big 12 that play fast, it's going to make us like a little different, or there's a need for us to be a little different.
So you may not have used those guys, say, in those more hybrid roles yet, but you could foresee it as the season gets going?
Oh, absolutely.
Okay.
Absolutely. They've like, again, more speed on the field leads you to do different things, right? So right now, we're concentrating on where we need to be now.
Yeah.
But as we continue to work certain situations and everything that's happening, we'll get to the point where all those hybrid players will become, guys that are essential to what we do.
I was talking to some of the players on Saturday. They're saying how they're still trying to learn the playbook, but also learn more about you. Do you feel like building more of a connection with them helps them improve in practice or learn faster?
I do. Like, here's the deal. I've been doing this close to 30 years, and here's what you understand: college, high school, NFL. Like for us, these guys truly have to have an idea that they're valued and valuable. Okay? I mean, every player in the room is valued and valuable. Between Rochetti and myself, constantly telling like these guys how much we love them. Because nowadays, when they need to know that there's a human element to what we do. Football is what they do, man. But in this process, it's about confidence, self-esteem, and like with that, my job is to make sure I can get them, from where they are to where they want to be. So it's about having the personal side, but still being challenging and supportive through the process.
Kendall Daniels, who's a highly touted guy coming in here.
Yeah.
How good is he right now, and how good can he be?
The ceiling's high. I don't know how good he can be. I've had a number of guys go play in the NFL, and that's great. Do I think he has NFL talent? Yes, but like right now, all I'm trying to do is just make sure he can get 1% better. And Kendall challenges himself. I mean, he's got great range. He's got great ball skills. He's physical, but he's still young. And I'm not going to ask him to be 30 years old right now. I'm going to ask him to be, a redshirt, freshman, and let's get on the field, man, and let's make some mistakes, but let's make them new. But his explosive plays, pretty darn good. Yeah.
In terms